You know, when I was young, my mom used to tell us there are two topics you never want to talk about with people: religion and politics. And I always thought that was strange. Why can't you talk about those two topics? Well, as I've gotten older, I came to understand that people have very personal, strongly held opinions and beliefs about politics and about religion. And because people take these topics so seriously, conversations, especially disagreements in these two areas, can very easily become heated, even angry and divisive. They can be toxic. And I guess that was what how my parents' generation decided to deal with it, to avoid these topics rather than risk losing a friend. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not sure that this is the best way to deal with difficult topics. People should be able to talk about their opinions, their beliefs. We should be able to disagree without losing a friendship. We should be able to disagree without being disagreeable. Well, that's what prompted me to write this blog this morning. Somewhere along the line, we have lost this. The conversation in our culture, especially around the topic of politics, has become so toxic that friendships are being destroyed. Families are being divided over political opinions. We have become intolerant of disagreement. I'm not just talking about people defriending or unfollowing someone on Facebook or on social media. But I have heard of good friends who won't talk to each other face to face anymore, won't see each other socially anymore because of political disagreements. I see this even among believers in the church. Could it be that we are all losing perspective? Could it be that when our political opinions are so important that we give up or sacrifice a friendship over those opinions? Could it be that our opinions have become an idol, a false god in our lives? Have we forgotten that there are things that are more important than politics? I love these words from Proverbs 17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Maybe it's just me, but having a friend is far too valuable to sacrifice them on the altar of my own belief in the correctness of my political opinions. Relationships, friends, family are some of the most important gifts God has given us. Now, He certainly places a high value on those relationships. And indeed, He so desires to have a relationship with us, for us to have a loving relationship with each other, that He became the friend who loves at all time. He became the brother born for adversity. God was in Jesus, reconciling the world to Himself. He came into this world to break down the dividing walls of hostility that divide us from each other, to reconcile us to each other by His cross. That's right. Our relationship with Him and with each other is so important to God that He gave His own Son. That His Son shed His blood on the cross to restore and heal those relationships. He did that. He loves you and me, regardless of our political affiliations or opinions. There are things that are more important than politics, more important than your opinion or mine. People. The people God brings into our lives to know, to befriend, to love, they are far more valuable, far more important. Jesus Himself said, "No greater love has any man than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends." And then He said, "And you are my friends." And that's what He did for us. He has been for us the friend who loves at all times, who loves us no matter what our opinions. And now He calls us to place that same high value on the people we work with, the people around us, the people we live with, play with, go to school with, even the people we disagree with. I think it might help us to remember this. There are things that are more important than our politics. The people God gives us to love, they are more important. Amen.